Great morning, students. I hope you all are fit and fine at your home. Today, we will start our next chapter. Chapter 7, Ability to Work Independently. This is from Unit 2. Now, we start our chapter. Index is Ability to Work Independently. Next is Meaning of an Independent Person. Advantages of working independently. Skills required to work independently. How to become self-reliant. Self-awareness. Self-motivation. Self-regulation. We will discuss all this topic in this video. Now we start with first topic, ability to work independently. Working independently in the absence of any outside influence. It can be extremely beneficial for an individual. See, this person is working independently without help of any outside person. Thus, it become beneficial for this individual, as the passion for achieving something of your own can pave your path to success and can boost your confidence. If someone passion is achieving goal, then automatically he set his path to success, and it also help in boosting confidence. Meaning of an independent person. What do you mean by independent person? An independent person is aware of his feelings and characters. An independent person knows his emotions and characteristics such as his mistake, his behavior, etc. An independent person take the initiative rather than being told what to do. An independent person never tell to anyone else what he is doing. He always take initiative. He takes ownership of his mistakes without looking for excuse. An independent person do all his work by himself. He does not take any help. That's why he know his mistake too. He take responsibility of his mistake without giving any excuse. He does not require supervision to complete the task. He does not need any guidance to complete a task. Now, next topic is advantages of working independently. First is boost self-confidence. When you can handle your all problem by itself, then it increases self-confidence in you. Next, makes the person self-reliant. An independent person only believe on himself. That's why he become self-reliant. Make the person emotionally independent. When a person does not involve any other person, thus he become emotionally independent. Makes decision making an easy task. An independent person know that his decision will only impact him, so he take decision and make task easy. Next is brings out the best in a person. An independent person explore his own skills and bring out a best in himself. Increase self-value and esteem. When a person do all his work by itself, and automatically his value increase and esteem's value also increase. make the person accountable. Independent person take all responsibility. If failure occur, he is only answerable and it makes the person accountable. Now, next topic is skills required to work independently. First is self-motivation. Person should be able to motivate himself to complete a task successfully. Next is organizational skill. In this, he organizes a task in a better manner so that he can achieve that goal. Multitasking ability. When a person is doing any task, then multiple tasks occurs between that task. For example, creating a file. In it, you need copy paste, save the file, and an application work, etc. Then a person do all these activity alone. Next is discipline. A person should be disciplined. He should follow all the plan regularly. Next is communication skill. In independent person, a good communication skill be necessary because there is a chances to take help of any other person. Then we should proper communicate. Resourcefulness. Before doing any work, firstly we should have all resources. Next topic is how to become self-reliant. The keys to becoming self-reliant are all these three. First one is self-awareness. Second is self-motivation. Third is self-regulation. Now we discuss self-awareness. Self-awareness means being aware of your personality, including your strength, weakness, thoughts, be emotions and motivation. Self-awareness occur all things in a person. It will be personality development. Personality include strength, weakness, thoughts, emotion, motivation, all things, etc. Now, types of self-awareness. There are two types: external self-awareness, internal self-awareness. External self-awareness. This type of self-awareness requires understanding how other people perceive us. In this type of awareness, we notice other people's opinion. External self-awareness often surfaces in situations when people are the center of attention. In this awareness, we focus on the people who are giving attention. Example, while giving a presentation or talking to a group of friends. Next is internal self-awareness. This type of self-awareness represents how we see our value, passion, aspiration, thoughts, feelings, behavior, strength, weakness, and their impacts on others. In this type of self-awareness, we focus on ourselves, our feelings, our behavior, our strength. We don't focus on others' feelings. Example, feeling nervous when you realize that your teacher has caught you lying. When you are lying, your teacher caught you and now you are feeling nervous. Now, next is self-motivation. Self-motivation drives a person to attempt and accomplish tasks. A person motivates to himself so that he can attempt or complete a task. It occurs when a person independently uses one or more strategies to keep himself on track towards achieving a goal. When a person independently use some strategies and always track towards achieving goal, then this strategy helps in motivation and that person become self-motivate. Types of self-motivation. These are of two types: intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation. Now, intrinsic motivation. It refers to the behavior of a person that is driven by the when a person does something for his own happiness and personal reward, then it becomes intrinsic motivation. Example: participation in a sport because you find the activity enjoyable. For your happiness, you are just participating in sport. This is intrinsic motivation. Next is exercising because you want to relieve your stress. Now, next motivation is extrinsic motivation. It refers to the behavior of a person that is driven by the desire to attain some sort of an external reward, including money, power, and good grades. Example: participating in a sport to win a reward. When you are participating in a sport for winning a gift, not for your happiness, not for your interest. Exercising to lose weight. You want to lose your weight. That's why you are doing exercise. You are not interested in exercising. Then it becomes extrinsic motivation. Next is self-regulation. Self-regulation is the ability to understand and manage your reaction to the things happening around you. It is the ability in which you understand the reaction whatever happening around you. Like someone is happy, someone is sad, and someone is feeling jealous to working you. All this comes in self-regulation. Self-regulations involve control reactions to emotion. You should need to control your emotions. Calming down. After something excited happen, you should calming down. Next is focus on a task. Always you should focus on your task. Next is refocus attention on a new task. And your one task is complete, then you focus again on your new task. Get along with everyone else. Say now conclusion. In this video, we learn fundamental of being independent are the ability to work on your own with minimal direction, confidence, self-awareness, self-motivation, self-regulation. In this chapter, we read all these qualities: self-awareness, self-motivation, and self-regulation. All these helps to work on your own. You don't need any other person. It teaches you how to respond to the difficulties and challenges. When you know that no one will help you, then you automatically itself responds to your difficulties and challenging so that you can achieve your goal. Thank you students for watching this video. Stay home, stay safe.